Hello everyone, and welcome back to Make Your Mind. I'm currently in the process of starting a sculpture, and I just want to preface, I've had this sculpture requested so many times on this channel, and I thank all of you for requesting it, because now I finally have the clay. That's the main thing I was waiting on, is getting the clay in. I got a lot of this gray clay. I got another 5-pound block of this gray plastilina clay, which I am loving so very much. And I have some more baking clay coming as well. So stay tuned for that, because pretty soon here, coming up within the next, hopefully in the next couple of weeks, I'm going to be working on setting up a store. More than likely on Etsy, so by that time that comes around, I will leave a link down below. I'll have a couple of small sculptures. I'll have these, actually, that I made. This is out of baking clay. This is my channel logo and my sort of channel, I guess. If you've seen a couple of videos, I've had a sculpture like this on my channel that's sort of like a leaf with the red, yellow, and green, and the little YouTube logo. I'm gonna probably end up selling things like this. These will be pins that can be sold. And I'm gonna be making small sculptures for fairly cheap that are meant for sitting on your desk or sitting as a display. So that's kind of what I'm gearing towards. But before I do that, just giving you a little teaser as to what's coming up. There's going to be more of those little sculptures, and these ones, by the way, are going to be serialized. I'm only going to be making about 25 of each. So when they do come out, get them and get them quick, because those will be in demand for sure. But in the meantime, I'm going to get started on this sculpture here, which I must admit, like I said before, this sculpture has been requested so many times on my channel. So many times. Oh my goodness, I can't believe that a lot of people on all different kinds of medium requesting me to do this. And thankfully with this, there's no risk of copyright of likeness, so I can do it, no problem. So I'm gonna go ahead and make a bunch of these right now. So I have this gray here, and I have this iridescent yellow and blue that I was using. See here, there we go. Yeah, you see that? It's sort of a mix of, it's a mix of white and blue and a little bit of yellow. It's a mix of a bunch of different colors that I had. And I'm going to be using that as part of this sculpture because of what this creature is going to be. And, well, I'm not going to beat around the bush. You guys have been requesting this for a long time, and yes, this is the king of monsters, the king of all kaiju himself, Godzilla. And I'm going to be making the version that is going to be similar to... It's going to be similar to Shin Godzilla, but more sort of towards the newer Godzilla. Because I do know that the new Godzilla vs. Kong movie is coming out. It's coming out very soon. I think it's coming out for theaters and also for streaming platforms, so that is going to be fun. I just recently saw Kong Skull Island, which was a very, very satisfying movie. That's a very good movie. I liked that. And my goodness, I can't believe... But apparently Kong is supposed to have a bunch of new abilities in this upcoming movie, so we'll see who wins. We'll see who wins. But in the meantime, let's go ahead and make the King of Monsters, shall we? So what I'm doing is I'm making a bunch of these blue sort of little clay balls for now. And what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be making them in all different sizes, just to start. So there we go. Let's start out with this right here. So what I'm going to do is that these are actually going to be the scales for Godzilla's back, which are very jagged. And they do look quite amazing, I must say. So there we go, there's the back of one. Bring this back, and then bring this. You see how I'm shaping that with my fingers? I'm basically using the curve of my finger to actually curve around and actually make these shapes in order for this to work. And I have to say, thank you all so much for the support for these premiere videos. Before I was starting off, I wasn't actually showing off how I did this, and I was doing tutorial videos, but you guys were so interested in seeing what I was doing that you wanted to see these. So this is my preview video for the upcoming sculpture, which is, of course, Godzilla. Man, I was a Godzilla fan. I grew up The first Godzilla I actually watched was, in fact, the American Zilla, as it's known as, which was a good movie, and I enjoyed it when I was a kid, but when I became older and became a real Godzilla fan, that movie, it sort of lost its place, because the real Godzilla, the real Kaiju Godzilla, is, of course, the Japanese version, which I will say is the true Godzilla. I do like the American version, just the sort of design and the style, but the movie itself, I mean, Godzilla is supposed to be unbeatable, he's supposed to be unstoppable, and the fact that Godzilla was destroyed by missiles off of an F-18, I mean, come on. So disappointing, but once again, that's your take. If you do like that movie, I can understand why, but for the most part, I was a fan when I was younger, but not so much anymore. My tastes in that kind of thing have changed greatly over the years. And I will definitely say that the 2014 movie with Godzilla, especially with the Mutos, that was a great film. And to be honest, it's another one of those movies where if they just showed the monsters and didn't really have the people in the dialogue, I mean, some of the dialogue was pretty good, but for the most part, if they just showed the monsters fighting, which I'm glad they did for the sequel for Godzilla King of Monsters, oh my gosh, they had Mothra, they had Rodan, they had King Ghidorah. Man, they had a lot of great, and I love the depiction of King Ghidorah. I just love the scaling of that movie, because the original Kaiju movies, of course, those are the classics. But the fact that the scaling in the movie, I mean, yes, it's CG, but in order to make a creature that big, you can't just do it in camera. I mean, there would be ways around it, but it would have to be computer generated, I'm just saying. It would have to be very tough to do, especially with a person in a suit. But the original movies are very popular. I had the one episode of Godzilla where he was against the giant lobster. I can't remember the name of it off the top of my head here. I'd look it up, but maybe I'll do so after the video. Maybe I'll leave a link to that fight down in the description below, if you guys want to see that fight, because I had the original VHS tape of Godzilla versus the giant lobster on the island. It was some Polynesian island, I can't remember where. But man, such nostalgia coming back, seeing Godzilla come back, and seeing a bunch of new faces who are Godzilla fans. So awesome to see a character like that last this long, and even for King Kong, because King Kong kind of stayed within the shadow of Godzilla, but it's amazing that so many of you have requested me to do it on my channel, and I feel sort of honored to be able to make Godzilla for you, and also to make it for me. And who knows, if the store comes up, I may do a little Godzilla sculpture for sale. I'm not quite sure yet, but it's still in its infancy. I'm still not quite sure. It's more than likely going to be Etsy, because I do like the platform Etsy. And once again, if you guys are interested in that kind of thing, if you're interested in having a store open and selling these things that I make, leave a comment down below, please. Feedback is necessary, and you guys keep the requests coming. I apologize that I can't get to them as quickly as I can. Once again, like I said, these things take a lot of time. And I am making these by hand. I do use tools if necessary, but for the most part, it doesn't make the process that much faster. So just please be patient. I've got many big things coming. And of course, you know, Godzilla. Which is certainly one of the big ones. And I've also been requested to do King Ghidorah. I've been requested to do... I have another request. I have actually... What am I saying? I have a bunch of requests coming. And pretty soon, like I said before, I'm going to be setting up... Thanks to a couple of small donations on PayPal, I've been able to procure some better equipment. So, once again, thank you for your contributions to my channel. I greatly appreciate it. If you guys want to, you don't have to, but I will appreciate it nonetheless. Any money that gets donated to this channel will go towards making these videos better. And that's what I want to do. I want to be able to make awesome sculpture videos for you, and eventually, when I have the means, and can also... I have to learn... I just recently downloaded OBS, so I have to learn how OBS works. because I want to be able to make great streaming videos for you guys so that I can literally, you guys can post requests in the comments and I can literally make them for you as we speak here today. And who knows, we'll see where this channel goes, but so far I am having an absolute blast with all of you guys, and you guys are some very passionate fans, and I feel so humbled that you guys are so passionate, and you guys not only love my work, but you want to challenge me to see what I can do. It's truly humbling, I must say. And you know I say it a lot, I say thank you a lot to everybody, but I mean, I truly am thankful. I've got a lot of great things coming, so please stay tuned. The videos are going to get even better from here. I'm just making the scales right here. I got a couple already pre-made. Here we go. And some of the scales, or some of the back, what would these be called? Plates or spines, I guess? I'm not sure. I'm not exactly sure what these are called. Must admit, like I said, I've been trying to keep track of many different fan bases as I'm making these movies. So if I have a misstep and say something incorrectly, I do apologize. I am getting better at this. So let's see here. Let's go ahead and make another one. I'm gonna start making some of the smaller ones. I have a picture just over here off to the side. But yes. Stay tuned. I am trying to fulfill requests as many as I can. But once again, it does take time. As you can see, I've been doing this now for about 11 minutes. And it takes quite a bit of my time to be able to finish these, so please be patient. Thank you. And let's see here. Here we go. Let's go ahead and turn this up a little bit. There we go. That's better. Let's see here. Let's see, I got this little bit. I can make another small scale. Oh, and I'm also gonna be using a little bit of black, just for some added detail. And for this sculpture, in order to get it right, the one thing about Godzilla is that he's a giant lizard. So he has scales all over his body. And in order to get those right, I'm gonna have to use a couple of tools in order to get the skin correct. So I know I typically don't use tools, but in this case I'm going to have to, so that way I can get the detail correct. I try to challenge myself to not use tools, but sometimes it is necessary in order to make not only a better sculpture for you to enjoy, but also a better sculpture for me to then enjoy. God, Godzilla looks awesome. Just looking at a picture of him, I believe this is Godzilla from the 2014 film. Man, it's just an incredible sculpture indeed. It's just such an awesome character. And my gosh, I can't believe what they're going to do. What are they going to do after Godzilla vs. King Kong? I mean, I've heard rumors that they're going to be doing the return of Mecha Godzilla. I hear they're going to be doing... They could bring back Destroya. I'm not exactly sure, but it'll be awesome to see where they go from here. Because these movies, man, it's the one thing, you know, people will say, oh, the originals with the people in costumes are the best, and I would agree with them. But at the same time, I do love these new movies with the scaling. The fact that when you see Godzilla and you see Rodan and King Ghidorah and Mothra especially, the new Mothra looks from the King of Monsters movie. That is an amazing sculpt. That is an amazing looking creature. And that may have to be, if I'm getting into Godzilla and you guys want to see it, I may even do... I know I'm going to be doing a sculpture of King Ghidorah, but I may do Mothra as well. But let's see here. So that's a couple of scales. Let's move these out of the way. Let's move these out of the way real quick. Just putting these over to the side. And let's see here. Now I'm going to start working on... Let's see, I got the gray up here. That's going to be for later. I'm going to start working on Godzilla's features and his claws especially. I mean, the claws, according to the picture, they do look fairly gray, but I'm going to put a little bit of contrast. I do put a little bit of my own personal touch in every single one of these sculptures, so... And you guys seem to very much enjoy it. So I'm going to keep doing it that way. Because I do love, man, I'm having a, like I said before, I'm having an absolute blast making these sculptures for you guys, and having just, this channel is become, it's getting so much fun. Because like I've said before, I think I've said this on other videos, I've had this ability for so many years, and finally to be able to share it with other people and have people just enjoying both my content and also enjoying my work, it's humbling. So keep up the support, guys. You guys have been absolutely fantastic, and like I said before, live streams are coming. Live streams are definitely on the way. I'm going to be procuring some better equipment, and I'm going to be learning how OBS works, so that way I can actually do streaming not only of just the sculptures, but I could also do a little bit of gaming streaming. But I know that this is meant to be a clay sculpting channel, so I'll keep the gaming to a minimum. But there's a couple of games in particular that I would love to take a crack at, especially Hollow Knight, Subnautica, definitely. Once the Gargantuan mod comes out, especially, I want to do my initial reaction to seeing it, and I think you all want to see that as well. So I know other channels have done it. Like you're gonna have Anthomnia, IGP. You're gonna have Aki, The Last Bacon, Awesome Crunch. A bunch of these Subnautica YouTubers are gonna be coming out with their videos of the reaction to that mod, because everyone is so excited to see it. And I truly believe it will be. It seems like they've been delayed a little bit from what I've seen, so I think it'll be worth the wait. I have faith in that. I have faith that the Gargantuan Leviathan depiction is gonna be fantastic. And so with that, let me go ahead and move these. Oop. One thing about this clay, you gotta watch out if you have long nails. You accidentally scratch the clay and all of a sudden you get it under your nail, so just a little sculptor tip here. But now that I made all these claws, man, I gotta put them on something, right? So let me move all the claws out of the way here. God, I know I made all of these, and man, now I gotta make something to put them on, right? So I made this earlier, off camera, before I started recording. And if you've watched all the way up to this point, here is your reward. This is the start. This is the start of my Godzilla sculpture. As you can see here, let me do a better pose. There we go. I tried to get the shape of the head, but I'm gonna have to get a little bit of a curve in there in the front. I got the mouth open, I got all the hands and the feet ready to go. Let's go ahead and put some claws on these feet, shall we? I've also got these rods down here at the bottom to help hold it up, because this wax clay, it's not the most cooperative, like I've said in many other videos. As you can see the cracking. When this clay gets warm, when this clay gets cool, it does tend to crack a little bit, so you just have to be patient with it. So there we go, there's one claw. Let's go ahead and add the middle one right here. There we go. Here, let me back up so the camera can focus. There we go. God, this is so awesome. Oh, I just noticed that as I'm recording this, I just noticed that one of my notifications for my video just came up. How awesome. Oh, this is cool. So yeah, if there's a new video on the channel, go check it out. Although by the time you see this, I have already made, the video's already been out for a while, so hey, go check it out anyway. I've also been making some of those, I've also been making just sort of out of fun, mainly. Because I'm an avid YouTube consumer, not just a YouTuber myself, but I consume it so that I can not only brainstorm to make better videos for the channel, but also just for enjoyment of my own. And let's see here, let me get that last foot. There we go, so let's put the feet down. There we go, yeah, here, back him up a little bit. Oh, that looks awesome. Alright, now let's start getting the hands ready. Yeah, with some of the scaling and stuff, I'm gonna have to use a lot of this extra gray to get the scales right, and I'm going to have to use some tools to get some better details, which is fine. Once again, you know, I've had people ask me, you know, why do you like to make these by hand? And I've been doing it by hand for many years. But it's all good. Let's see here. Let me move you over to the side like this. And the one thing I do like about this clay is the fact that this clay is, you can pose it in many different ways. And thankfully for old Godzilla here, he's a big boy. He's a unit. And the clay is so thick that it's actually able to hold its shape that I don't need to use any jewelry wire. I've used jewelry wire in the past for some of my sculptures. Mainly like the sculpture that I did of the Ghost Leviathan, and also the sculpture I did of the Pred Alien. And if you want to see those, go and check out my channel. Go check out the link to my channel down below. And remember also, remember to give a like to this video, and remember to subscribe, and hit that bell for notifications, so you don't miss that next video. Because coming up is the king of all monsters, Godzilla himself. But once I finish this hand, I will conclude the video. But yes, so thank you all so much for all of your requests again. And I know, bear with me, sometimes I do like to repeat myself, so some of these longer videos I do repeat myself. Like I literally just did right there. But it's all good. Let me go ahead and get that last claw there. And I got one more to make. Ooh, the real question is, what color am I going to make the eyes? I may have to make them the same color as the atomic breath. Let's see here. Let me put the claw on for his thumb. All right. There we go. Ladies and gents, boys and girls, viewers and subscribers alike, stay tuned. Godzilla is coming. And with that, thank you all so much for watching this. And I will see you when the final sculpture is finished and Godzilla reveals himself.